Well, after all of these wonderful speakers so far, I'm wondering if you can associate happiness with real estate, and so I'll be making that connection, hopefully, with you through this talk briefly. Okay, I'll start off by commenting a little bit about my background. So I was born and raised here in Sofia, and was fortunate enough, however, to also live abroad. So I lived in Canada for about 24 years and recently returned. And yeah, it's been about a year, and I decided to get into this field, real estate. I felt that I could apply the education that I have and the background and work experience that I've earned elsewhere and come back to incorporate those skills here. I often get asked, why would you come back? Well, mostly for family reasons, but I felt that I can make a contribution to society here, and I felt that Sofia still has great potential and holds a really close place in my heart. And I wanted to contrast a little bit with what is actually happening in the West at the moment. It's not necessarily something that you'll see on the news, but what you're seeing here is a park in the city of Victoria, I believe, in British Columbia. And these are tent cities. They're referred to as Trudeau towns, so Trudeau being the last name of the previous Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, who was in power for about 10 years and essentially destroyed the country. So the aftermath are seen in this image. Socioeconomically, it is really struggling. People are struggling. So contrast this to Sofia, where everywhere you turn, there's construction going on, and it's not the tents, it's the actual buildings that we're seeing. So I felt that there's a possibility to get involved in this particular space, and here I am. I've recently joined this organization and been there for about 3.5, almost 4 months now. And one of the properties that I am currently selling is on the next slide. And working on this, one of the analysis that we do is we try to see, like, what is this space suitable for? What kind of business, what kind of organization is this space suitable for? It used to be a former bank office, and I had a bit of an epiphany, realizing that, oh, hold on, I have the opportunity and the ability to either sell it to, let's say, a casino, right, or potentially a medical center. So something perhaps that is maybe more constructive, more helpful, more positive impact on society. And I think that's I think one aspect that I love the most in what I do. I have the ability to essentially find my purpose in the partnerships that I build within the community, to find a means to be useful in society and have that, hopefully, that positive ripple effect throughout. So at least that's what I'm aiming for and I'm trying to do. And you wouldn't necessarily associate real estate with this, but it's my perspective and my way of thinking, I suppose. In addition to that, I mean, typically people associate real estate with, let's say, mansions, and they think, okay, well, rich and famous live in places like that, so therefore they must be happy. But I think there's a deeper aspect that we can explore further. And you really kind of have to ask yourself, you know, what is happiness and how do you create it in this space? And it's actually an extraction from this is that whatever space or field of work you're in, you can create that happiness. You can essentially blossom where you're planted and look for opportunities to help others and better the society you're in. And smarter people than me have been quoted as saying that if you want to live a happy life, that you should tie it to a goal and not necessarily to people. So I'm hoping to achieve that through the work that I am involved in at the moment. And ultimately, you know, you can look for a cause that's larger than yourself, and then give your life to it. And I think Levent is a wonderful example of just that. But I think we can all try to do that in whatever aspect of life that we're in, or whatever work we're in. So with respect to real estate, I would say that it's not just about buying and selling, but making an impact in society. And regardless of whether it's residential or commercial, you can really have an impact on other people and their quality of life. Same way that a house doesn't make a home, it's people that live in it that really create it. And I hope that this has caused you to consider these perspectives, and that you've been able to extract something useful, some takeaways that are helpful. And I encourage you to apply this approach in your own lives and fields of work. Thank you.